Infrastructure projects. We will make a few years the golden age of infrastructure in the Philippines.
Metro Manila's notorious traffic jams may soon be a memory, replaced by a swift and efficient rail system connecting provinces in record time. The new $15 billion North-South Commuter Railway, NSCR, is set to transform daily commutes by saving precious time, money, and energy. For decades, Filipinos have endured long hours on congested roads. But this revolutionary railway promises to reshape the nation's infrastructure, boost the economy, and redefine everyday life. Let's see how this groundbreaking project could change the Philippines forever. The urgent need for a railway revolution. Metro Manila's traffic crisis is more than just an inconvenience. It's an economic sinkhole that drains billions of pesos each year in lost productivity. Cars and buses crawl through congested roads with travel times that can stretch hours. Commuters often wake before dawn just to arrive at work on time, sacrificing rest and family life. Analysts point to inadequate public transport as a key factor in this crisis, noting how outdated systems fail to serve the rapidly growing population. The existing modes of transportation, including jeepneys and buses, struggle to keep pace with urban expansion. Stations are often overcrowded, and long lines form at every major interchange. This daily grind erodes morale, saps energy, and hurts businesses looking to move goods efficiently. When it takes a truck half a day to traverse Metro Manila, delivery schedules are thrown into disarray, affecting everything from food prices to factory outputs. The problem extends well beyond inconvenience. A study by the Japan International Cooperation Agency estimated that the Philippines could lose billions of pesos every day if traffic woes persist. This staggering figure includes wasted fuel, missed business opportunities, and health impacts caused by stress and pollution. Experts argue that without a drastic shift, the Philippines may struggle to remain competitive in the region. So, why a railway revolution? Trains can carry far more passengers than traditional road-based transport, easing congestion by reducing private car use. Modern rail systems in many thriving Asian cities have proven effective at boosting connectivity and fueling economic growth. Tokyo and Seoul, for instance, invested heavily in trains decades ago. Today, they boast some of the world's most efficient public transport networks. Their economies benefit from streamlined logistics, shorter commutes, and better access to jobs and markets. The Philippines stands on the edge of a similar breakthrough. By building a reliable and high-capacity commuter railway, the government aims to shift daily travel patterns and free roads from crippling gridlock. This is not just a matter of convenience. It has the potential to transform the country's economic trajectory. Studies show that when freight and passenger mobility improves, regions become more attractive to investors. Adding a new insight, several research papers stress how efficient railways can increase per capita income by connecting rural and urban centers more effectively. Agricultural goods reach city markets faster, while manufactured products can move seamlessly between economic hubs. In time, this can stimulate growth in sectors that once struggled under poor transport conditions. As major Asian cities have demonstrated, the key is modern, well-planned infrastructure. The Philippines is betting on a similar path. By leaning on the successes of regional neighbors, local leaders hope to craft a system that stands the test of time. After all, a country's progress is often measured by its transportation network. Will this railway project push the Philippines toward a new era of development? A country's progress is often measured by its transportation. Could this be the key to the Philippines' economic leap? The $15 billion railway, breaking down the project. When we talk about a $15 billion railway, we're referring to the most ambitious infrastructure venture the Philippines has ever pursued, the North-South Commuter Railway, also known as NSCR. Stretching roughly 147 kilometers, this mega project aims to connect Metro Manila to major centers across Luzon, easing travel and promoting balanced development. With its modern design and far-reaching scope, the NSCR is being hailed as the future of Philippine transportation. At its core, the NSCR will feature a dual-track system supporting both commuter and airport express services. This design allows trains to run at higher frequencies while minimizing congestion on the rails. According to official plans, the NSCR will link Tutuban and Manila to New Clark City, passing through bustling hubs like Malolos and Calamba along the way. Beyond simply bridging cities, the railway is set to integrate seamlessly with other transit options, making multimodal travel more convenient for everyday passengers. Money for this monumental effort comes from key partners, most notably the Japan International Cooperation Agency, JICA, and the Asian Development Bank, ADB. JICA brings not just financing, but also technical expertise drawn from Japan's extensive rail experience. Meanwhile, the ADB's involvement signals strong backing from the international community. This combination of funding and expertise is intended to ensure the NSCR meets international standards, from design to execution. One standout feature is the adoption of the European Train Control System, ETCSS, Level 2 for safety and reliability. By using advanced signaling, real-time train supervision, and automated speed regulation, the NSCR aims to deliver a safe ride for millions of Filipinos. This marks a significant leap forward in local railway technology. The NSCR will be among the first main lines in Southeast Asia to operate at this advanced level. Officials have set a target for partial operations to begin as early as 2025, covering the Tutuban to Malolos stretch. The full 147-kilometer network is slated for completion by 2031, although timelines can shift due to various factors. Still, the broad goal is clear: transform daily commutes, create new business corridors, and stimulate economic growth through better connectivity. On paper, the railway's scope sounds enormous, and the potential benefits are equally impressive. If executed properly, the NSCR could reshape how people travel and how goods move, lowering transport costs and promoting commercial activities. It represents more than just a way to ease Metro Manila's traffic gridlock. It symbolizes an opportunity for the country to modernize its infrastructure, align with global best practices, and finally enhance the quality of life for millions of citizens. Many observers see this endeavor as a milestone in Philippine history, comparing it to infrastructure booms in other ASEAN countries. By bridging provinces, the NSCR opens possibilities for regional collaboration, spurring new investments and job opportunities. As construction presses on, anticipation rapidly continues to rise. A railway of this scale doesn't just happen overnight. Next, we will see what technologies the Philippines has to be on the fast track to progress. What makes this railway different? One key distinction of the North-South Commuter Railway lies in its elevated tracks, a design choice that promises minimal disruption to busy roads. By building above ground, engineers can bypass the congested streets below, allowing trains to travel from station to station. This approach also reduces the need for extensive land excavation. Speed is another major draw. With modern rolling stock and signaling systems, the NSCR is projected to slash travel times. For instance, the Tutuban to Malolos journey, which typically takes 90 minutes or more by road, is expected to shrink to around 35 minutes. This change stands to benefit not just commuters, but also businesses that rely on timely deliveries and quick access to suppliers. Efficiency will become the new norm for daily travel, granting people more time for work, family, and leisure. Yet speed alone doesn't make a railway truly groundbreaking. The NSCR stations are designed with modern amenities to enhance overall comfort. Fully air-conditioned interiors, spacious seating, and dedicated areas for the elderly and differently abled aim to create a pleasant travel environment. Many Filipinos have long endured cramped and poorly ventilated public vehicles. With the NSCR, authorities hope to usher in a new standard of commuter experience. Safety standards also set this project apart. By adopting the European Train Control System, ETCS Level 2, trains can automatically regulate speed and maintain safe distances. Such technology reduces the risk of collisions, a critical advantage in a country where transport safety has sometimes been overlooked. This system positions the Philippines at the forefront of railway innovation in Southeast Asia, building confidence among investors and the general public alike. International case studies highlight an interesting correlation between modern rail projects and surrounding property values. In cities like Hong Kong and Singapore, areas near new train stations often see a rise in real estate prices. The NSCR could produce a similar effect. Restaurants, malls, and new housing developments might cluster around stations to serve the influx of travelers. Such growth fosters job creation and boosts local revenues, giving communities along the route a fresh economic spark. Experts also note that improved rail infrastructure tends to enhance tourism. Travelers arriving at major airports can seamlessly connect to city centers, historical sites, and popular destinations. This convenience often translates into greater tourist spending, higher occupancy rates for hotels, and expanded opportunities for local guides. In a nation celebrated for its beaches and cultural landmarks, better transportation could draw in even more international visitors. These cumulative benefits, speed, safety, comfort, and economic uplift, are why many believe the NSCR could be a turning point for Philippine public transport. While roads remain essential, a railway offers a cleaner, faster, and more efficient way to move people, goods, and broader opportunities daily. If executed effectively, the NSCR may well become a catalyst for redefining how Filipinos live and travel. It's not just about speed, it's about changing how Filipinos live, work, and travel. The roadblocks and delays. Even the most impressive projects face real challenges, and the North-South Commuter Railway, NSCR, is no exception. One of the biggest hurdles is land acquisition. Metro Manila and nearby provinces are very crowded, and many areas along the planned routes are home to informal settlers. Moving these communities requires careful planning, fair payment, and often long legal processes. Private landowners must also be approached, adding more layers to the talks. These right-of-way issues have already slowed construction, and some experts worry about further delays if agreements are not reached quickly. The COVID-19 pandemic brought extra problems. Quarantine rules limited the number of workers on site and slowed global supply chains. Key materials were delayed in shipment. Construction teams had to follow strict health protocols, reducing the workforce. Although the situation has improved, the pandemic's effect on schedules and costs remains strong. Officials have been forced to change timelines, pushing partial operations further out than planned. Engineering problems add to the challenge. Much of Luzon is prone to floods and earthquakes. This makes it essential to build a railway that can stand up to natural disasters. Elevated tracks help against floods, but they need very strong foundations. Earthquake resistance is also a major concern, especially in areas near fault lines. Engineers have designed support columns and track segments to handle seismic activity without risking passenger safety. Budget overruns are another major issue. Initially, the project was estimated at $15 billion, but the total cost could rise if inflation, material shortages, or complex construction demands increase expenses. Critics say that the government and its partners must keep a close watch to avoid cost spikes. Past projects in the Philippines, such as the North Rail Initiative, have faced charges of overpricing. It is important that all funds, including taxpayer money and international loans, are used wisely. Political will can also slow the project. Changing priorities between administrations have stalled previous projects. While the NSCR currently enjoys broad support, some critics recall older railway plans that were never finished. Each phase must meet strict deadlines, regardless of political changes, and that is a constant challenge. New obstacles can arise if political support shifts suddenly. Additional challenges come from unforeseen delays and technical problems. Some construction sites face unexpected soil or weather issues that add extra work. Even when plans are set, real-world conditions can force engineers to change their methods and designs. Studies from countries like Vietnam and Indonesia show that large projects often face land disputes and funding shortfalls. Their experiences highlight the need for consistent policies and strong community involvement. Learning from these examples may help the Philippines avoid further setbacks and keep the NSCR on track. New challenges and shifting market demands add serious pressure. Every delay affects budgets and the success of this massive project. Grand plans often face real-world challenges. Now let's see how the NSCR meets its deadlines. How this railway will change the Philippines forever. If fully realized, the North-South Commuter Railway, NSCR, will bring dramatic changes across the Philippines. This railway is not only about shorter travel times, it is set to boost the entire economy. Faster transport of goods and people can lead to higher productivity. Businesses can extend their reach and ship products to distant regions without the frustration of heavy traffic. Farmers will have an easier time delivering fresh produce to cities, and industrial exporters can move their goods more efficiently to ports and airports. Urban growth is another likely result. As new stations open in areas once considered outskirts, real estate developments will follow. Office buildings, condominiums, and shopping centers may rise in neighborhoods where commuters prefer to live and work near the railway. This shift could ease the load on Metro Manila's crowded districts, Economic growth would then spread more evenly across Luzon. When suburban areas flourish, property values may rise and local businesses benefit from a new flow of customers. The railway also offers clear environmental benefits. With a modern, efficient train system, fewer cars will be needed on the roads. Reduced vehicle use can lower fuel consumption and cut carbon emissions. In regions known for polluted air, any move toward cleaner transport is a welcome change. Electrified rail systems produce far fewer greenhouse gases compared to thousands of individual vehicles, thus supporting efforts to improve air quality and promote sustainable urban development. Improved connectivity is another important outcome. As the Philippines upgrades its transport network, it will create stronger links with other ASEAN nations. A smooth flow of goods and people within the region can boost the competitiveness of all member countries. Investors from nearby nations might see new opportunities to set up operations in the Philippines. Enhanced logistics and reliable transport networks will strengthen the nation's position in global trade. Experts predict that property values near NSCR stations will surge. This change could transform the investment landscape, attracting both local and foreign developers. New restaurants, cafes, and cultural centers may open around major transport hubs, turning once quiet neighborhoods into lively urban centers. For many Filipinos, this development brings new career opportunities in retail, hospitality, and other service sectors. Social benefits are also significant. Shorter travel times mean more time for family and personal pursuits. A faster commute can reduce daily stress and improve overall quality of life. People living an hour away from Metro Manila might soon find it feasible to work in the city. As the railway gains popularity, daily life in the Philippines may shift toward greater mobility and flexibility. Additionally, improved transport may boost tourism, drawing visitors to regions that were previously hard to access. This growth can further strengthen local economies and lead to lasting changes in urban development and regional trade. With all these changes in store, the NSCR is set to reshape how Filipinos live and work, making a lasting impact on the nation's future. From business to daily commutes, this project could reshape the nation. But is the Philippines truly ready for this transformation? Lessons from other countries. The Philippines is not the first nation to launch a major railway project. Around the world, large-scale rail projects have changed societies and economies in many ways. Japan's Shinkansen bullet trains, started in the 1960s, are a prime example. They did more than just cut travel time between Tokyo and Osaka. They also boosted regional industries, increased tourism, and helped Japan build a reputation for high-speed rail and precise engineering. In Southeast Asia, Thailand has taken similar steps by investing in high-speed lines to connect major cities and border areas. Although Thailand's project faced many financial and logistical problems, the government remains committed to improving rail connectivity over the long run. Many observers note that once Thailand's high-speed rail becomes fully operational, it could give the country an economic boost similar to what Japan experienced decades ago. So what can the Philippines learn from these examples? First, steady government support is very important. Japan's rail project succeeded partly because each government in power recognized its value and provided stable funding. Thailand's ongoing efforts show that public involvement and clear communication can reduce local concerns. Leaders who inform local communities about the benefits of new rail projects can ease worries about change. Second, the transfer of technology plays a key role. Working with nations that have advanced rail systems can bring both money and useful skills. Japan's role in the North-South Commuter Railway is one example, as it has shared its know-how with other countries like Taiwan. The Philippines could use similar partnerships to improve rail design, operations, and maintenance over the long term. Third, successful rail projects often become a source of national pride. Modern rail systems unite distant provinces, strengthen regional links, and even change urban life. However, projects may fail if they stall or fall into corruption. It is essential to keep costs low and ensure transparent processes. Recent reports suggest that learning from these examples could help the Philippines build a state-of-the-art railway network. With steady government backing, technology sharing, and clear communication, the country can overcome challenges and boost its economy. A modern rail system could connect far-flung regions, cut travel times, and open new opportunities for trade and tourism. These lessons show the power of planning and cooperation. The Philippines can use these ideas to build a better rail system that drives growth and connects communities across the nation with promise. The North-South Commuter Railway is more than a transit line. It symbolizes a bold vision for national growth. Will it truly change the Philippines forever? Share your thoughts below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates on major transformations.